back to a brand new edition of the Angle Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Joey Carney, and I'm here today with Alexa Bliss. I want to ask you, how does it feel being back, but not only back, being in a true storyline going into SummerSlam?
Oh, it's great. I haven't been in a SummerSlam match in quite a few years. But no, it's fun. It's exciting. I'm having a great time partnering with Charlotte, and we're just having fun. And I'm excited.
I love that. And your character over your WWE career has really morphed so often. Do you have, or how do you find the balance of incorporating every little piece of each character into your character today?
So I always have the theory of just constantly evolving because you never know what the roster needs. So right now, I already know where my character is going to go. I always try to think 2 steps ahead. But it's just finding little things here and there, you know. I don't want to lose any aspect of what I've created as a character, but I also don't want to repeat the same thing I've done. So finding the balance of that is just a kind of like a creative melting pot, and try to figure out, take pieces of each thing and, you know, evolve into something new.
Do you have a favorite character that you've developed across your WWE career so far?
I loved the Goddess and Dark Alexa. Those were my 2 favorite. I'm having fun with what I'm doing right now, but those 2 are always going to stay because the Goddess is what I started out as, and Dark Alexa was with Bray. So and that was just such a creative, freeing, and fun moment in my career. And yeah, so I'd say those 2 are my favorite.
Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask about, obviously, Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt Six. There were a few teases here and there that you may get involved with them or not. Is that something that you kind of have the door open for, being that there is some of that darkness in your character today, but it's not fully there as we saw with the Bray Wyatt stuff? But is that something that you would look forward to maybe getting back into?
Yeah, for me, it's never say never. You know, I think that's what's great about WWE is we can always go back to things and always take different routes to get somewhere. And Bray said it best, we'll always be connected. And when we reunite, it'll be something big. And, you know, whether that's with the Wyatt Six, I think that would be awesome. But right now we're focused on the tag. And if that means maybe one day, maybe Charlotte turns into one of the Wyatts. I don't know. We never know.
Yeah. Now, maybe an odd question, but I want to talk about Lilly real fast.
Yeah.
What does Lilly mean to you?
Oh, man. Lilly started out first as a coping mechanism to deal with Bray being burned alive by Randy Orton, which I've never forgotten about. And it was just someone to talk to and someone to carry on, you know, filling that void of Bray being gone in that moment. And now that's kind of doing the same thing for me now. And for me, it's having that little piece of that time with me at all times because, you know, she became such a big character in that world, and she's something I don't ever want to let go of.
I love that. And your tag team with Charlotte Flair, obviously at first it was a bit random and the fans were kind of confused about it, but now that you guys have clarified that it's more of for the convenience factor,
Partnership.
I love that idea. Going forward, how do you guys see yourself as a tag team, not only as convenience, but also maybe becoming the women's tag team champions?
You know, I think for us, our main thing is that we need to be on the same page. And that's hard when you're not friends. You know, there's tag teams that kind of really mesh well because they know each other inside and out because they're friends. For us, but we're both super competitive and super, you know, once we have a goal, we get to it and we stick to it. And I think that's why we work so well is 1, we're showing different sides of each other and having fun. But 2, you know, we both have a common goal, and you know, it's more so making sure that we're on the same page more than Roxanne and Raquel.
And the last question for you, obviously when you came into the storyline, you were the babyface, Charlotte was the heel, and now we're starting to see a mix of unique reactions from the fans. They're cheering for Charlotte, and honestly, it's something really, really cool to see. How do you guys balance as a tag team if you're going to lean more into the fans or less to make them hate you guys? Like, how do you balance that?
I think we're just having fun. It's not really we're not really focusing on the balance of it. We're focusing on, you know, I'm trying to get Charlotte out of her shell, you know? I'm trying to get her to open up a little bit. And I think that's what's making the fans kind of gravitate a little bit more is that, you know, I'm forcing her out of her shell.
I love that. I love you guys as a tag team. Good luck at SummerSlam, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.